YouTube. So, as I said in my introduction video, I decided to jump right in and also do my first video diary entry, my first blog. Okay. So, I mentioned briefly also in my introduction video that I live under some challenging circumstances. One of them is the way family life is panning out for me. Being back from England now, and not being able to drive are factors that mean I don't have much choice at the moment but to live with my parents, which is where I'm living now again. After having had a good few years of really having my own life and being my own person in England and growing a hell of a lot as a result in many different ways. I won't go into too much detail about what I mean when I say family life is challenging. I'm sure people's minds immediately fire off in all sorts of directions. I will say this. I definitely have my little share of what we all love to call daddy issues. I actually hate that term, but it's right now preferable to trying to explain what I mean. So I hope this door stays closed. Anyway, so I do have some daddy issues. I have some parent issues. I mean, who doesn't? But they are really troubling and they are really depressing. So there are a lot of fights that happen. It can be a relatively hostile environment. And it's definitely depressing. And it's definitely dysfunctional to a certain extent. I don't want to make it sound like it's dire and that there are these really, what's the word I'm looking for? These really, sensational things going on. But there's dysfunction. There is dysfunction. And I discovered someone on YouTube, someone's vlogs on YouTube today, and I love it when that happens, when I discover someone that I'm just so drawn to, and that just makes me think and reminds me of things, and it's just such a life-affirming experience to find someone like that on YouTube. So I found this beautiful, beautiful, being of a woman. Oh, and watched some of her videos. And she has this very real, candid, compassionate way of speaking. And she speaks with so much intention and emotional integrity. And I've come across a few people now who have that energy to them and that way of speaking specifically. And I've recently heard someone say, and I truly believe this, that when you see someone and there's something in them, whether it's this deep character trait or just this quirk, this personality trait that just draws you, oftentimes it'll be the case that it's because you have that same thing in you, whether you fully express it or not, whether it's sort of something you aspire to or whether it's something you already emulate. There's something in you that says yes to it when you see it in someone else. And the reason for that is because that same energy is because you share that energy. You share that passion, whatever it is. It can be absolutely anything, but I'm now specifically referring to some very behavioral things and some very kind of detailed things. Personality traits and character traits too. I mean, speaking that way, it shows depth of character. But that is something I already feel I own and emulate to myself, at least. So I was just thinking, because that is me. That is what I aspire to, but it's already a part of me. It's who I want to be and who I am at the core of my being when I'm alone by myself. But it needs expression. It really, it has been way too long since I have started allowing my true expression to just come forth in a way, in a sense, if that makes sense. So when she speaks to her viewers, to YouTube at large, whatever. I mean, she speaks from such a place of connection and compassion. And in one sense, when I see that, I go, I want that. I want to do that. And in another sense, I go, that's already who I am. But there is a place of resistance and of frustration when I see that in someone else. Because I still need to find my feet there. I still need to find that voice of mine because I live in this environment where instinctively I've always felt the need to be defensive and hard, and I catch myself swearing a lot, which there's absolutely nothing wrong with swearing, but I would like, when I swear, to swear with intention. Because that's one other thing that this beautiful being does, is, you know, she says her thing. And sometimes it includes an F-bomb or whatever. But it's so intentional, and it's still, it's so part of her truth that it doesn't grate in any way. And that's where I want to be. That's what I want to express. That's how I would like to express myself. And I'm going to I think I've been rambling on for a while. I'm going to leave it here by saying that I need to, and this is the thing, this practice, this is what I want to start doing, is I want to come into the realization of how, when I'm living in this environment and when this way of being is what I've known for most of my life. See, because the answer isn't just changing my environment. The answer is changing my environment, and my environment will change. It may take some time. I'm working on it. There are some practical things, obviously, that I'm working on, so that I can start living my own life and being my own person again. But I can't put my life on hold until that happens, because it may be a while. There are some challenges. So I'm I'm committing now to take myself through that process of figuring out for myself in a way that's going to work in my situation and suit me. Figuring out how of, I know what I want. I know what's already in me and what's dying to come out. Almost that's a pretty good way of putting it. It is dying to come out. And if it doesn't come out, it's being smothered. I can just, so that is the commitment. I'm going to start the journey of finding out how, and starting to practice now already. It's what I'm doing right now. Is practicing the how. I want to let go of the need to be defensive and start finding that voice and start playing with that voice and start letting it out, because it needs desperately to start coming out. So that is the journey for now. The journey that I'm starting out with. So thank you for joining me on it, and I'll see you soon for either some day in the week, whatever, montage action, or more of this. So thank you very much.